Hi scientists, I'm going to show you how to fill out today's Nearpod. So the first thing you're going to do is your part 1 says making the model, color the map model. You can add more parts to the drawing if you would like. So that means I get to color this. So I'm going to color some trees green. And you can't really see this green. Oh yes, you can. You can see a little bit. Color some more trees green. I have some grass up here. I'm going to color green. And grass down here. I have some angry clouds, it looks like that's raining, so I'm going to color the rain. I have some water right here I can color. So I have a river right here. Now once you're done coloring, you can color more. I'd encourage you to color more. You're going to do step 2. You're going to identify the spheres. So you're going to put a G by 2 parts from the geosphere, put a capital B by 2 parts of the biosphere. So for example, I could put geosphere would be the ground. Another part of the geosphere would be this mountain, so that's geosphere. Biosphere means something that is living. So I could do something like this duck is part of the biosphere because it's living. This deer is part of the biosphere because it's living. Put a capital H by 2 parts from the hydrosphere, put a capital A by 2 parts of the atmosphere. So I'm going to do that now. So for the hydrosphere, the pond is part of the hydrosphere, so is the water. And then for atmosphere, I'm going to do the air and then also the clouds. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go to part 3. Part 3 says find the interactions. Can you find 2 items from different spheres that are interacting with or affecting each other? Something from the geosphere affecting something from the biosphere, something from the biosphere affecting something from the hydrosphere. Any others? Find 4 interactions. Label them on your model with a double-sided arrow between interacting items. So it doesn't matter where your arrows go. You just need 4 arrows that show interactions. So I'm going to give you some examples. For example, I could say, well, this duck swims on the pond. So I'm pointing an arrow to my duck and pointing an arrow to the hydrosphere. Okay, let's find another one. Well, this river flows down this hill. So I'm going to draw an arrow to a river to the hill. This rain is raining on these trees, which is part, well, let's see. I'm going to put H for hydrosphere because rain is made of water, and then the trees are living, so they're part of the biosphere. So I'm going to do B, and I need to find one more interaction. So how about this owl, which is living, so part of the biosphere, is sitting on a rock. That's non-living, so that's part of the geosphere. So I'm going to write down, put a G for geosphere, and then I'm going to draw that arrow. So now I have 4 arrows that show interactions. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I'm done, I would click submit. Mine doesn't show submit because it's the teacher preview, but make sure you push submit. Okay, and I'm going to take a picture of this really fast so I can show you how to do the next 2 slides. All right, now that I've shown you on these slides, you're going to number the interactions from 1 to 4 on your model. In the boxes below, fill in the parts for each interaction and which sphere that part is from. Then describe how the 2 parts are interacting with each other. So for example, do you remember the owl that was sitting on the rock? I would say the part is, oh, let me move that a little bit. The part is the owl. The sphere that it's from is it's living, so it's part of the biosphere. The next part of that is the rock, right? And the sphere that the rock is a part of is the geosphere. And I'll just move these a little bit. Okay, and then we have to say, how are the 2 parts interacting? So I would write down The owl is sitting on the rock. And I'm going to fill out now a different example on interaction too. So I could talk about the rain and the trees, how um, the rain is falling on the trees. Don't forget to push submit. My teacher preview doesn't have that. And then you're going to give 2 more examples. So I could talk about how the water is flowing down the hill. So the hydrosphere and the geosphere are interacting. And number 4, I could talk about how the duck was swimming in the pond. So the duck biosphere was swimming on the hydrosphere, which was the pond. And then don't forget to push submit. And that's how you fill out this part of the Nearpod.